everybody, Blugoblin here. Thank you for joining me for my special video. I am here to review Iron Man 3. Yeah, this is a bit late. I'm sorry I wasn't one of those fans who rushed to do a review of this the very day it came out, but, you know, things came up. I had to graduate from college and everything, so I wasn't able to get this done on time. Plus, I needed to go see the movie before I reviewed it. So, my girlfriend and I just went and saw it not too long ago, and we both thought it was really good. But I can't speak for her. She's not here right now. But I'll go ahead and say what I thought. I really enjoyed this movie. I really, honestly did. I thought it was very well done. It had comedy, of course. But it also had some really good drama in here. Now, I'm going to try and keep this review as spoiler light as I can. I'm going to warn you, there are some slight spoilers in this review. So if you don't want to be spoiled anything, because I know a lot of people who still haven't seen this movie and they're going to go see it. So for those of you who haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want to get spoiled, might not want to watch this video. Okay? There are going to be some small spoilers. One thing I will say, the story was really well done. I actually enjoyed this more than Iron Man 2. Yeah, Iron Man 2 was okay, but compared to Iron Man 1, it didn't really hold up for me. I mean, Iron Man 2 had more memorable moments than an actual really well conveyed story. Plus, Mickey Rourke as Crimson Dynamo merged and mushed with Whiplash and everything. I didn't get really emotionally connected to him as a villain. I thought he was just there. The story was... I was more entertained by the stuff going on between Tony and Rhodey in Iron Man 2. In Iron Man 3, we get a legitimate villain in here. We get the Mandarin, or so we think. Spoiler alert, the Mandarin that we got in here, Sir Ben Kingsley, well, let me put it like this. At least we got the Mandarin. But the big twist of the Mandarin not being an actual villain, he's rather just an actor putting on a front for the true villain of the movie. Yeah, that was a little bit bad, but at the same time, I got friends, and I got a buddy of mine who told me on Facebook that he actually didn't mind the twist because it was the first time in a long time that a comic book movie actually fooled him. And okay, you know, when you look at it like that, it's understandable. Yeah, I was in it, you know. My first reaction was to be pissed because the Mandarin was always my favorite Iron Man villain. But I think the people who hated this twist, I think they just kept that twist in their mind and they didn't really pay attention to what was said and what was done later on in the movie, especially by the main villain. The main villain says something in here that made that twist a little more acceptable to me. Now, I'm not going to ruin that. But what we got in here, we got a lot of comedy. But there was also some really well done drama in here, especially from Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. Like I said it before, and I say it again. When I look at Robert Downey Jr., I see Tony Stark. I really do. I see Tony. I'm like, that is how Tony would be in the real world. Tony Stark. He is Tony Stark. But there was some good drama in here with all his anxiety. I mean, how much stress did he get from that mission with the Avengers? There was plenty of mentions of it, and we did get some flashbacks of it, but how much of an emotional toll did that big fight in New York take on him? we really get to see that in this movie, and I thought that was really well done. Another thing is we get more character development, more or less. This is more or less Tony Stark's movie rather than Iron Man's. You know, this is, the main focus is on Tony, the person, not Iron Man. And I'm okay with that. That was, you know, so well done. We can't forget about the man behind the old shell head. It was good stuff. I'm trying my best not to give hardly too much away. But I loved the scenes that during the movie Tony gets accidentally sent to Tennessee due to a miscommunication between him and Jarvis, which I thought was really funny. But seeing Tony work as himself and not as Iron Man in Tennessee, and what he has to go through in there, was really, really well done. But the big fight at the big ending fight scene at the end of the movie with all the suits, yeah, it was teased in all the trailers and the TV spots and everything. We all knew this was coming, but wow, I was really impressed, really impressed. And I also got to give props to Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts in here. Yes, we do see her in the suit, but it's not for as long as you'd think. And I'm okay with that. You know, this movie really focused a lot on Tony and Pepper's relationship, Tony's psychological drama. You know, he's really emotionally battered in this movie. It's really well done. The villain, the main villain in here, was nice. I really got invested in this guy. I believe his name was Killian. You know, he works for a little organization called AIM. But this guy, to me, was a better villain than the Ironmonger was in Iron Man 1. But Iron Man 1 is still the superior movie out of these three. But if I had to scale it, I would put Iron Man 1, Iron Man 3, and then Iron Man 2. You know, I honestly don't understand why everybody's bashing this movie so badly. I mean, you have every right to bash it if you didn't like it. You know, that's fine. But, you know, if you didn't like this movie, don't give up on Marvel. I mean, Marvel still got a lot more stuff coming out, and I'm really looking forward to it, especially the second Thor movie. But as a movie on its own, I thought this was very entertaining. Thought it was good. The twist with the Mandarin did piss me off, but once we got further into the movie, I accepted it a little bit more than a lot of other people probably did. But overall, I thought it was really good. I think, and judging by, well, I don't want to say judging, but based on a lot of the bashing that it's getting from a lot of the hardcore comic book fans, I could honestly say that this movie could be a little bit underrated. You know, if you didn't like the movie, then that's okay. If you're gonna bash the movie, I hope you at least watch the movie before you made a judgment. You know, don't come on here and say you hated the movie without actually watching it. Did you pull money out of your pocket and pay to get a ticket, go see it in the theater, and then form a conclusion? You know, whether you watched it online or whatever. You know, I'm not gonna judge whether you watched it in the theater or if you watched it online. You know, but all I can say is I really liked it. On a scale of 1 to 5, I give it. I'll give it 3.5. Give it 3.5 stars. Thought it was decent storytelling, good drama, good comedy, great action. The twist with the Mandarin being an actor, that wasn't the only twist in the whole movie. There was a nice twist involving one of Tony's. There was a twist involving a pretty damn impressive rescue scene between Tony and some passengers that were on a plane, and he has to rescue several people out of a falling plane, and there was a little twist at the end of that widened my eyes, and I thought that was really good. I'm not going to ruin that, but overall, I would strongly recommend this movie. Then again, I'm just a fan. What do I know? Well, that's all I got for this review, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. I probably rambled a bit too much, but that's just me. I do recommend this movie. I thought it was great. 3.5 stars. Not as good, not nearly as good as the first one, but I do say it was better than Iron Man 2. That's just my honest opinion. Well, thanks for watching this review, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to my second channel, Blugoblin X. That's where my main reviews are for a temporary time. My student, the Mount Vernon Kid, my family and friends at the Dark Avenger Inc. Plus, Fat Sack of Comics, Brandon Hex, Deadpoolzilla, everybody. My girlfriend's channels, Lenore 2003, Lenore's Crafts. Follow me on Twitter or on Tumblr. You won't regret it, I promise you. Thanks for watching this review, and until next time, I will see you all later.